Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Today's a good day. Not only is it Friday, this weekend is a lot of trick-or-treating for a lot of kids. How exciting. And my son is 12, so he's like, compared to whatever is happening with the whole 13 and not allowed to trick or treat, is going to really kind of make me mad. And if that's how it's going to be, then that's just ridiculous. But anyway, so he is 12, and I don't know, I'm just excited to go out tomorrow and trick or treat. And I wish I got my two youngest. That would be a lot of fun. But we'll see how tomorrow goes. This one is about feelings about yourself, because I know of a lot of people, really good people, that put themselves down when they shouldn't. There's no reason for it. Hey, Jen. You know, and they're really good people, but they're so like insecure, but they are just, they have so much potential, but yet they don't see it in themselves, you know. And I talk to so many people throughout the day that like just give themselves like such a hard time, and like just let that shit go. There is nothing you can do or change anything in the past. Live for today and just be a better person than you was yesterday. You know, and that's all I try to do. You know, I try to be a good person, and I try to do better than I was, no matter what may be the case, no matter how many people may be against me and how many people hope that I fail. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me one bit. You know, like, I know who I am. I know what I'm about, and I know what I'm supposed to do. So depending on what other people think of me and what other people think I should be doing, it's really none of my business, you know. Do what you think, do what you feel, and leave my life alone, you know. Hey, Pete, how are you? Mike, Tina, Carrie, my Nathan, Sandy, Lucy, hello, Jennifer again. Hi, Tina. You know, I could like list so many things. Like, I can't even list things that I really don't like about myself. Maybe I don't like that I am sometimes too open, or, you know, I mean, I can't even say that. I like a lot about myself. There's not too much that I can say bad or negative about me, because I actually like who I am now. I like who I am. I like who I'm supposed to be, and I like, you know, everything about myself, because I got to the point where I got addicted to wanting to better myself. Do you know how that feels? Okay, we are used to coming from so much like addicting, like heroin, pills, you know, anything that we think is going to make our lives better or deal with things, you know, and to be able to just live for today and not need, you know, some kind of medicine or pill to make me feel this way, it feels really good. Yes, I have my moments. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try to act like I am perfect, because I am not, by all means. And yes, I do. I'm an addict, so I do get those thoughts at times, like where I wish I could hit a joint, or I wish I could do this, and I wish I could not think about this. Hi, Pat. How are you? You know, I do. And I ain't even gonna try to lie. But on the other hand, I'm trying to also be a better person, you know? I'm trying to be that person that I want people to be able to look up to, especially my children. You know, I want my children to see all the hardships and shit that I've been through, and I'm not letting it take me down, and I'm not just dwelling on it. I'm trying to be a better person than I was through that time. You know, it's not a bad thing. I just had a lot of shit going on, you know, and I just want to let them to be able to understand what was happening. I guess in that time when it comes, I'll be able to do that. But until then, all I can do is try to be better than I was yesterday. Or, you know, Todd Smith. Hey, guy. Holy shit. Haven't heard that name in a minute. Roman, Scott, hi Jen, Russell, Brandy, Kathy, Alla, Sonia, Sierra, Sheena, Tizzy, Ronald, Randy. How are you guys? Dude, we've been through a lot, haven't we? It's some shit. But it's okay. Like, that shit ain't what, it's not what defines us. So what? We've been there. We've done that shit. So, I mean, that's not who we are. And that's not who we have to be. That doesn't have to be our identity. You know, I don't want to keep talking about it, and I don't want to bring it up. Like, my brother, he don't want to know nothing about that life. He don't want to talk about it. Like, he's like, Tiff, you need to just move on from it. And I'm trying to. But it helps me. It helps me because I couldn't stand being in that life. And a lot of people don't know how to get out of it. A lot of people are stuck just like I was. You know, I was very stuck, and I was so unhappy. It wasn't even funny. And I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to change it. So I'm not going to keep that shit to myself. I can't. Hi, Tamron, Victoria. Hi, pretty lady. Charles, Donna. But you cannot like your sin and still love yourself. You can, you can still hate the shit that you've done without hurting yourself and knocking yourself down. That's what he wants. That's honestly what Satan wants. I am all for it. Like, I watched God's Not Dead, the third one, and it broke my heart. Like, you could just see all the, from somebody else's, like, point of view of who you are. Like, you could see all the destruction that was happening in this movie. Like, this kid got mad, and he had so much hatred and feelings toward this church, and he did so much to try to ruin it for everybody else because he was trying to figure out the pain that he was feeling. And it was like, it was legitimate feelings, and I could totally get where he's coming from. And it was like, you just see the devil's work. Like, it was crazy, and to turn it around, and to, even though all that shit was happening, it was so crazy. It's a really good movie, so I suggest you guys watch it. I'm so glad you're back. I love watching when you go live. Aspiration to me, and help me to get stronger every day. Girl, I just want people to know that they can do this. It ain't nothing. People hear all the time, like, that this shit's so hard and the struggle is impossible and blah, blah, blah. You're ranting, okay, about how hard getting off this shit is. And it's not. It's not. And if you put it in your head that it's fucking, excuse my language, gonna be hard, then that shit's gonna be hard as shit, man. Ain't even gonna lie. That trying to find a different life to live, and, if you put it in your head like that, that's just gonna be hard as hell to live, and hard as hell to do. So don't put it in your head like that at all. But it means you don't have to fall apart every time you make a mistake, okay? I know one thing for sure, I don't do, and that's not waste one more minute of my life feeling guilty. But I did waste the last 15 years of my life feeling guilty. I'll just tell you, now I am very impatient. That's one thing I'm working on, being patient for everything, like everything that happens in my life. I mean, I'm getting better the older I get, and the more I work with myself. Some people are just born patient. Sorry. Anybody that has that feeling of, just somebody like you saying that, do you know how that makes me feel? That gives me another, like, okay, I'm doing all right. I'm doing this right. Like, I can do this. Just getting that. And can you imagine from that one to the other one to the other one to the other one? It does build me up to where I can be a strong person to other people, that they can bounce their feelings off of what I'm feeling and feel better about themselves. Hi, Rachel. How many of you know your weaknesses? How many of you are also impatient? I mean, have you talked too much before that your mouth gets you into trouble? Oh, I totally have before. Shoot. Right. Oh, my notes. let's do this. Stop being miserable. Okay? We're going to do this. Well, I can't do whatever I need to do, and I'm not going to stop enjoying my life in the midst of it. I had a plan, but if that plan don't work out, then I guess I'll get a new plan. And whatever it's supposed to happen in my life, God will take care of me. And whatever that plan consists of, I need to stop being miserable, and I need to stop taking blame out on other people and own up to it, you know? Stop being miserable about stuff you cannot do anything about. Make your mind up that I'm not going to dread on anything. That, my friend, should be your new favorite statement. See, our problem is really not what we think of our problems. Our problem is how we respond to those problems. If there's anything that you can get out of watching my video today, if you don't already know this, it's not the stuff that's going on around you that makes you unhappy. And you guys need to know this. It's how you respond and react to everything going on around you. Some think that if they had more money, more of this, better phone, better, life, they would be happy. Even when you have everything and being famous, those people are also ones that are committing suicide and that are unhappy. The richest people sometimes are just the loneliest and it's the people that the richest stuff varies. What they think is rich is like family and hope. That's what's rich. So it's not really about your circumstances. It's about how you decide to view life and your attitude you make toward the things that have happened. So I should really call this video, Why Am I in a Bad Mood? And you might want to take notes and keep them close, because the stuff I find and talk about is golden. It really is. I find some good stuff. True in reality. So every time you get in a bad mood, you can bring it out. And shoot, you can even give the notes to some of your relatives or the people that are always hateful and mean. That helps. Trust me. Have you ever heard of the saying, the way you feel today is the result of what you ate yesterday? So I think that way we are emotionally today very often has a lot to do with something that has been a result of what happened yesterday. That, I believe that with all my heart. Definitely. Maybe some unresolved issue. I mean, I can almost guarantee you guys watching this today that for me, knowing better, if I were to go to lunch with a friend on a Wednesday afternoon and spend an hour gossiping and being critical and judgmental, is that critical? Anyway, judgmental about somebody else, maybe if I wish-wash it and say, well, I really just wanted to hope that that person gets better and changes and gets their life together. That I can almost guarantee if I did not face that and spend that talking about it, that next day wouldn't be that good of a day because of all the negative that I spent judging somebody else's life. That's no hope. Next right thing you do. Dreading. What time is it? God, it's only 1:25. Gotta go see my PO. Alright, let's talk about dreading. You guys dread a lot? How are you, Miss Debbie? Alright. Dreading. Dreading. Simply expecting to already have an unpleasant experience. That's true. Like we dread doing the dishes. We dread doing this. We dread going here. We dread going grocery shopping. That's all it is. And it's the total opposite of hope. Hi, Nicole and John. That's when, like me, I, for the longest time, wouldn't even try to even think about getting clean because of just hearing how unpleasant everyone else's experience was. And that's exactly what I was saying before. When you hear about somebody else's bad experience, that's going to just, oh my God. I can even remember just hearing somebody else's unpleasant, bad experience trying to get clean. That just pushed me like to where I didn't even want to try it because I was already scared. Even though some people's weaknesses is other people's strengths, and other people's strengths is other people's weaknesses. You know, you gotta keep telling yourself that. Like whatever was so hard for them could be a piece of cake to you. You know, you can't put that in your mind. Just that statement alone took years away from my life because of someone else's opinion of dreaded experience. And it does. I'm telling you, it knocked years off my life because I didn't even want to think about it then. But then again, some that was like me and just heard about it and stopped. Awful was stopping that person, those people. And only if they just heard, dude, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Or just something different other than changing the mind of someone that is actually interested in trying to be better than themselves, better than the people that they used to be. Which I know misery loves company. And someone still using, of course, don't want someone else they use and someone somehow get well. Because for me, the friends that I usually hung out with, they were either ones that shared with me if I helped them somehow, such as driving. I did that a lot, and I had a hookup to a Mexican. I would make things off of that. I don't even want to talk about shit like that anymore. I don't even, no. Who cares? It's not what I want to, you know, I'm over that. I'm over just talking about stuff about that life. I'm going to push anybody to go to treatment and rehab, but other than that and talking about that life, that's one thing I don't care to talk to anymore. I'm better than that, and I'm better than who I was before. So I just want to give a lot of just motivation and a lot of, I just don't want to talk about that life, you know, but I'm all about knowing that people can do this, and just from what people say and pushing those people can make them want to get clean. I mean, it's all about who they're around and what they're around and what they see and their influence. That's it. Like, influence is everything. Just like with kids, influence is everything, even with us and adults. You know, if they see something that they want or something they like to do, they're going to do it. And, you know, that's why being who you are and being better than you was yesterday will push somebody else to be better than they was, you know? Hold on, Mom. Adjusting. You don't need to worry so much about whether you're as gifted as somebody else, because you may not be as gifted as someone else. At work, the devil would like to make you think, well, you didn't get a chance to go to college, so you'll never get a promotion, or think you're not as smart as them. You'll never get the promotion for sure. But not yet. Hold on. Come on, what? But I'll tell you a secret. If you would have a better attitude than anyone else in the company, you'll get promoted above everybody else. It doesn't matter what you've been through, it's just your attitude is everything. I would much rather work with somebody who's got a great attitude. Hold on! And maybe it's not the sharpest tool in the box. It's somebody who just really has it all together. And man, they couldn't just run circles around everybody and do 25 different things. But man, they have got a stinking prideful, and I am so much better than everyone else attitude. And that shit is shitty. And to even work around, like, it's more annoying than anything. I hate being around those people, period, that think they're better than you. And it's all on their material things and what they have that make them better people. And, you know, it really makes them ugly, and it really makes them, like, not as cool as they think they are. You'll be amazed on how much better of a life you can you can have by the attitude that you carry. Let's say you all done an attitude inventory. Just about your general attitude to a bored life. What would the attitude you carry right at this moment be? Are you mad at things that are happening in your life? Are you mad at what that other person did to you? Are you mad because of where you're at? Are you mad because the weather isn't like it was supposed to be? You know, in all these things that you cannot change, there's no reason for your attitude that the way it is right now. Just be happy. Be happy. And when people try to push you and try to change that attitude, when you come at them and not react the way that they want you to react, that kills them. And I love it. So, do you be happy, be proud, and have a beautiful day. I gotta go. I gotta go see my PO. I gotta go drug test. And yeah, hopefully get my baby. So, alright guys, God bless you all. Have a beautiful day. And remember, your attitude's everything. Have a good one. Be better than you was yesterday. It's a great day to be alive. Bye guys.